Hey, listen up, man. Bitcoin is the internet of money, and I'm gonna explain why. But before I start yapping, if you care about your future, if you care about wealth, if you care about your freedom, I'm gonna need you to hit like, subscribe, and share this with somebody. This is a conversation that a lot of people need to hear, and you sharing this is gonna help me reach a lot more eyes and ears. So let's talk about Bitcoin. Most people miss the internet. Now, I don't mean using it because we all use it today. What I'm referring to is that most people missed investing in it, right? Imagine we had the opportunity to invest in the protocols that power the internet: emailing, websites, streaming, cloud infrastructure, right? Unless you were rich in the 90s and in Silicon Valley, you didn't get access to that upside. You didn't get access to that opportunity. This time, it's different. Nobody's gatekeeping. We can own the protocol. There's no banks to go through. There's no borders it can't cross. And there's no permission that you have to ask of anyone, right? Bitcoin lets anybody in the world store and transfer value securely, right? Without any institutions or governments. Think of how we share and send information over the internet, right? And now imagine being able to do that with money. You don't need a bank. You don't need any third parties. All you need to participate in this network is an internet connection. That's it. Once you have internet, you can send an unlimited amount of value to anywhere and anybody in the world. People don't realize, for the first time in human history, money has been separated from the government. Until now, all money was political, right? Governments could freeze it, they could weaponize it, they could devalue it, they could print it, right? They had total control over the money and the money supply. Bitcoin changes that. Why? Because it's money that belongs to no one, which means it can belong to everyone, right? Everyone and anyone could use Bitcoin. Since Bitcoin's inception, there has been some scaling issues, right? But that's warranted, right? Bitcoin is still young. It's only 16 years old, and we're still very early, right? When we think about it, the internet had scaling issues too, right? And the internet is much older than Bitcoin, right? When streaming first came out, it was supposed to break the internet because it would be too much data being transferred over the internet, right? Email was supposed to overwhelm the servers. But look where we are now. The internet didn't collapse, it adapted, and it's gotten better. Let's get to the part of this equation that could actually change life as we know it for billions of people, right? So Bitcoin wasn't created for Wall Street. It wasn't created for the corporate world, right? Bitcoin was created for everyday people like you and I. There is something like 1.4 billion adults in this world right now who do not have a bank account, right? That represents like a quarter of the adult population in the entire world. These people have no bank account, no credit history, no safe place to store their wealth, right? And in a lot of these countries, the inflation rate is out of this world. Let's go through some. I'm gonna put up a chart right here. Imagine living in some of these places, B. Zimbabwe, 560% inflation rate. Sudan, 240%. Venezuela, 90%. Like, imagine year to year prices quintupling, quadrupling, doubling, tripling. You know how insane that is? These governments are inflating their currencies into oblivion. You know what that means for the citizens of their country? Financial freedom is not possible. Bitcoin fixes this though. With just a smartphone and an internet connection, anyone in these countries could have access to a global financial system. They don't need any ID, they don't have to go into a bank, and they don't need any permission. Bitcoin gives people in these countries the opportunity to save their earnings in a currency that doesn't inflate, it doesn't devalue their hard work, right? It gives them an opportunity to send and receive payments effortlessly and instantly. It lets these people participate in the global economy, right? For a lot of them, it'll be their first time ever. Bitcoin is for the people who live under corrupt regimes, people who live in countries with hyperinflation, and people who are isolated from the global economy. You feel me? Bitcoin doesn't care who you are or where you're from, right? It just works. It does what it's supposed to do. It secures and stores your value. When the internet made information free, it changed the world. It changed how we view the world. It changed how we did things. You feel me? Bitcoin's going to do the same with money. So my friends, you have an important choice to make right now. Do you want to be the person who ignored the internet? Or do you want to be the person who saw Bitcoin and seen it for what it was and acted on it? The choice is yours. I'm just gonna let you know, anyone who ignored the internet when it first came onto the scene, they're kicking themselves in the ass right now. Don't let it be you. Like I've said, we're still early, right? All you need to do is understand what's happening and make a move before the rest of the world catches up. We're early.